So today we're diving into a super practical topic, how AI automation agencies can actually optimize their operations. We've got a 5-point action plan with real actionable tasks, not just fluff.
Exactly. And I like that it's structured. Too many agencies just wing it. Let's start with lead generation. The foundation, right?
Right? The big issue here, not enough quality leads. That leads to bad fit clients, messier projects, and basically more stress than necessary.
And the numbers back it up. The target's 20 to 50 quality leads per week, with outreach happening for at least 10 to 12 days before evaluating anything.
Yeah, and they're suggesting choosing just one or two outreach channels like cold email or Upwork and going deep on them.
Makes sense. I think the mistake a lot of founders make is trying everything and then blaming the strategy when the problem's really consistency or follow-up.
Totally, like the idea of a 12-day minimum test period, that's gold. It stops you from giving up on a channel too early just because results didn't pop in 48 hours.
Also, love the emphasis on tracking. A pipeline without numbers is just a bunch of hope.
Yeah, contact to calls to client conversion tracking. It's like having your sales engine under a microscope.
All right, so say you've got the leads. What's next? Onboarding.
This is where agencies usually drop the ball. They get paid, then crickets. That gap between payment and actual value delivery is deadly.
Exactly. They recommend kickoff calls within 24 to 48 hours of payment, which honestly should be the norm, not the exception.
And the first 72 hours are key for setting the tone. That's when the client decides if this was a good investment or a regret.
The agenda template they suggest for kickoff calls is SMART. Expectations, milestones, communication rules, like setting boundaries and building excitement.
And that onboarding doc package, huge. Clients love clarity. Welcome guide and FAQs can actually prevent 90% of the repeat questions you'd get otherwise.
All right, so you've onboarded them. How do you keep communications sane?
Communication optimization. This one's all about consistency without losing your mind.
They recommend a set 1 to 2 hour communication window daily, plus update cadences like MWF. It's kind of like office hours for clients.
Right, because being available all the time sounds noble but turns into chaos real quick.
And I love the use of templates. Update templates for different stages, canned responses via text replacements. It's like automating your own sanity.
Yeah, and don't sleep on the urgent issue protocol. Just saying ping me on Slack anytime is not a plan.
Facts. Having a designated protocol makes clients feel safe without making you feel like you're babysitting a Slack channel.
Next up is deliverables. This one hit home for me. Agencies love back-end magic, but clients judge based on what they see.
That stat, though, first 5 minutes of a delivery demo determine 80% of client satisfaction. That's wild, but not surprising.
So yeah, front end matters. They recommend spending 30 to 40% of project time just optimizing what the client sees.
Also branding all deliverables with the client stuff. Logos, colors, fonts. It's such a small touch, but it makes the work feel theirs, not generic.
And practicing demo calls, super underrated. Wing it and you risk stumbling on the one part the client cares about.
Yeah, and don't forget user guides with screenshots. It's like handing them the keys and the manual.
All right, last pillar, retention. Honestly, this one can make or break your agency's growth.
Yep, chasing new clients feels exciting, but retained clients are where the real profit lives. 3 to 6 times more revenue, according to this.
And upselling right after a successful delivery, that's the sweet spot. When they're happiest, they're most open to more.
Also love the idea of a follow-up project library. Imagine ending a project and saying, here are 3 ideas we can tackle next. Instant momentum.
And quarterly check-ins. Just because a client isn't active now doesn't mean they won't be in 3 months.
The retention pipeline idea stood out to me. Most agencies only think about acquisition, but retention needs its own system too.
Yeah, and building case studies from wins, that's not just for marketing, it helps upsell and builds authority.
So wrapping it all up, the implementation strategy is clean. Week by week focus, starting with leads and onboarding and ending with retention.
It's basically get the right clients, onboard them well, keep communication tight, deliver with polish, and then keep them around.
Exactly. It's not rocket science, but doing all of this consistently. That's what separates agencies that plateau from the ones that scale.
So here's a question to leave listeners with. Which of these 5 areas is your agency weakest in? And what's the one task you'll commit to fixing this week?
Oof, that's a good one. All right, folks, we'll catch you in the next episode. Go optimize something.